Thank you. Welcome to today's live. We're going to talk about that situation, and I'm sure you've had it before, where you're finding yourself working incredibly hard, and yet it is just not happening. So let's talk about if you've ever thought, I work so hard, but I'm still not seen as a true leader. You're not alone, and you're not wrong. But you're not tired because you're working so hard, but you're tired because you're trying to do too much, and you're tired because you're likely focused on work that isn't going to actually move you forward. Now, this is inspired today because I had a fabulous conversation with a lovely client this morning. I love working with all of my clients, and this is came up again as she was sharing. I'm working 60, 70-hour weeks. Like, I don't even have time to do the things that I want for my friends, or sharing, organizing things for her partner's birthday. Like, how it is heartbreaking to hear. And at the same time, it is about a realization that we as women get to start to choose is all the things that made you successful right up until now. So let me guess, because I've been there, is you're likely have gotten your promotions, you've gotten more recognition, you've increased your level of leadership, or you're likely at that senior leader, director, executive level, and the success that got you there was based off of how much work you did and how well you did your job. And if you worked just a little bit harder, you were seen as successful. And you might have also attached that for yourself as well. I know I did. That I thought, if I just work a little bit more, if I just take another extra project, if I just, you know, whatever, it's just one evening. If I just take another evening to work, catch up on all of my emails, get that presentation just polished and perfect, that is going to lead to that recognition of my expertise, of the successes and the achievements that I'm bringing to the organization, except it didn't. And similar to this client, she's doing all of the work. She's got the results. She has got the expertise. She's more than capable. And yet she's still not being recognized or respected as a leader. So this really got me thinking, and this is why I want to jump on here today and just really share this around how that when it comes to your success, it is not equal to your productivity. So if you're finding yourself like, hey, I'm working 60, 70, 80 hours a week because that's what my job entails, I really want to challenge that. I really want to challenge that about your work, and really go into the details of what are you focusing your time on? What are the things that you're doing? What could you delegate? And in the case of this client, as we were working through it, we were also like, yeah, if you're not getting the resources in order to be successful, the fact that you don't have the resources doesn't mean that the stopgap needs to be you doing all of the things and filling up all of the gaps. We need to get more pain in the process. So in other words, the rest of the organization or the other leaders or the decision makers need to feel the pain of not freeing up, not making available more resources. And that doesn't happen when your fallback, and this could be yours as well, is about working harder, working more, spending more time on your work, and you're not able to do the things that bring you joy and bring you energy, whether that is just reading a great book in the evening when you get home, instead of going, okay, I'm going to have dinner, I maybe can hit the gym, and then I'm going to crack open that laptop again, and I've got to get these emails finished. I've got to respond to that. I've got to make this presentation. Oh, right, I need to do this and this and this. Like that never-ending to-do list. So here is what, as I worked with my client this morning, and I want to give you this as an opportunity as well, is what I have developed within the Leadership Accelerator, but also within the whole framework that my clients work with is what I call the Influence Productivity Toolkit. Now, this toolkit, you can get this. And so I would love it if you're interested in it, drop me a toolkit in the comments below. But what this does is it is going to take all of your tasks, and yes, you have to put them in there, but if you're going to make a to-do list, you might as well make it in here. And then the beauty of this toolkit and where the power of this toolkit comes in is that you then start to categorize and prioritize it so that you can start to see which are my high impact, what is my high visibility work that is going to get you the recognition. What is the work that is about creating the strategy and also executing the strategy? What is the work that is going to, or what are the tasks that are going to raise my visibility within the organization of what I am doing, but also to secure the resources that I need versus that mountain of tasks that are coming at you because you're like, oh, I have to do X, Y, and Z. I also need to talk to that person. I need to talk to this person. I've got to get that report finished. I've got to make sure that presentation happens. Maybe you're getting emails from your team members that they should be doing themselves, but you decide, well, let me just do this really quickly because it's going to be faster. All of those things when you start to create that visibility for yourself inside the toolkit, inside the Influence Productivity Toolkit. The reason it is so powerful is not only because it categorizes and prioritizes, but you are going to start to see, where am I spending my time? Because you are working incredibly hard, but let's make sure what you're working on, where your focus is on things that are truly going to make the difference, that are really going to move the needle in the direction of you getting the recognition and that respect as a true leader. And ultimately, of course, if that is your goal and your aim, also that next promotion, that next level of leadership that is going to allow you to pursue your own ambitions and your dreams. And one of the things I really want to share with you today is when it comes to success. Success, again, isn't about your productivity. It's not about how many hours you put in and how hard you can work, because we all know you can do that, because otherwise you wouldn't be in the position you are right now. Success is also not the amount of workload that you have. I believe you will have a lot of work. It is about making decisions as to what you're going to focus on. But what success really is about the impact that you have on your team, on the organization, on delivering results that are aligned with the strategy and the goals of your organization. Success is also about your vision, is bringing your vision to reality. And success, a big part of success is your ability to lead, the ability to lead your team, the ability to lead your strategy, the ability to lead to the outcomes and the results that are going to move you forward. So rather than relying on, okay, I can do this by myself, or I can keep working and I can work harder, and you're going to spend more time, because if you've decided like, well, my boss, my leader didn't see me this time, didn't recognize my expertise, or just kind of dismissed me and my ideas, well, then I must work harder. Don't double down on that, because you've tried that. And if that was working, you would already be that respected, recognized leader who had a voice at the table where the decisions were made. So if that's not working, here's your first step I want you to do is I want you to comment toolkit, and I will send you a link so that you can grab the Influence Productivity Toolkit, so that you, just like all of my clients, can start to focus on and start to categorize and prioritize the high impact, high visibility work that gets you the recognition and respect of your leaders and inside your organization. And I also want to give you the opportunity, because I have just a few more spots left too at the moment, of leadership strategy sessions. And these are one-on-one 20-minute sessions with me that we can dive into. How do you make that shift? How do you go from that working harder to create that success that you want to actually what is it that you can do without working more, without working harder, to be recognized and respected as a leader. And if you're interested in grabbing one of those, then DM me strategy or comment below strategy, and we will connect to set up a time for this week. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate your time. And again, I just wanted to leave you with this message of that your success is not about your workload, your productivity, or how hard you can work. Your success has everything to do with your impact, your vision of what you want to do, and the visibility that you create around that, as well as how you lead and your ability to lead your team and your organization. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again